You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved as we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. I told you there was another topic in detail that I wanted to bring up aside from asking who's taking these trips associated with him to places that are not as talented as he was. Now let's ask this. Who did he turn down that was a music group that was looking to recruit him as part of them? Who was he turning down? Who did he get inspiration from saying, hey, come join us, at a point where his independence had made him enough to be solo, to stand alone, support his family, and make certain decisions? Who was he turning down? Because I heard there were multiple places turned down because they did not meet the requirements he had in mind for what he envisioned his career to be. Who was this? Everybody get prepared for the live. I will be doing a live tomorrow. You will be getting a live tomorrow. It will be in community after this video, after you see the uploads. But stick with me. Who were the companies turned down? Now, these are million-dollar, multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar companies that give deals to certain artists to accrue albums, to accrue pull, to accrue an audience, or to build the audience they already built. But what if an artist already built an audience? What if an artist already on their own had built a strong following, strong audience, and was in need for nothing? How would that go over? What if a company was at a point where they're like, we need this person here, so we're able to further our business drive, and they came up with a number they thought could not be refused, and the artist refused it? What would happen then? Because listen, there's a lot of guys who go out to get deals, who do things for a deal, but never receive that deal. If it's possible, what happens when they don't want the deal, when they, matter of fact, deny the deal and move forward on their own, making music, blowing up, continually growing their audience daily? Is there repercussions of some sort for this? Because I'm not understanding. Is this a generational repercussion? Is this a repercussion with their living? Is this a repercussion to blackball them out the industry? What would happen if they wanted nothing to do with you, but there was nothing that no one could do to attempt to harm the audience they've already built? Whereas on their own, they become a world star without someone screaming world star. What would happen in this case? Would they be attacked? Would they be left to stray? Would there be some type of repercussion that exceeds that of what we know to be true? You're just listening to the mind that I'm thinking things through to understand. Because here's my thing. I'd never seen a deal put out there with an amount someone would deny until a few artists we will not name. I will not name them. But I did strong research. There's a few artists I would not name. And there's a reason why I'm asking this. Understand that. What would happen if I looked at my profile, I looked at what you were trying to add to my portfolio, I said, I don't need it, I'm me? What would you do? How would you feel? If my creativity was at a level where I felt comfortable and I did not want to be affected by you in any sort of way, shape, or fashion, and say someone within your camp of offering deals, they couldn't take no for an answer. What would happen in that case? What would occur in that case? This is just thinking through it objectively. We're asking questions. What would be the repercussions of this? Would there be repercussions? Well, if you think of how music industries and studios, all types of platforms give these offers and give this option to people's lives, you would realize that it's almost irrefutable for them to be kicked to the side. Is that why we would hate someone in power that would make certain decisions for an artist, but we're hating the artist thinking it's their decision? But are some of these decisions made by artists made for them? That's another question. And could someone be so smart that they not only realize this to be the factor, but they not only see that, but step back and look and say, I can do this without them. I don't need them. I've never needed them. Could this be a potential situation? Matter of fact, could this not only be a potential situation, but could jealousy emerge between artists who see that you're greater? And you may not be as great as them, but you have greater potential to become something that they could not in the future term, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to thwart this. Now, I've seen this with other artists we will not name. Do not comment them below. Do not. We're talking objectively about situations involving who we know to be deceased. Did he get deals taken off the table from him? Was there some type of scenario that caused him to be in jeopardy of his future in music because of certain things he would not accept? Is this the reasoning for the player hate, the hatred? Now think this way. If you were so nice that you could turn down a deal, someone next to you would run and laugh at the legs and lick at the knees of someone else just to have that, would they be angry with you? Would they be jealous of you? Would they have a vendetta against you? Yes, we're talking about a vendetta. We're talking about something deeper than deep, dealing with deals and the way someone has worked hard, and when they've done it with their own talent that they do not want consumed, corrupted, affected, inadvertently tossed to the side when they have a dream and vision on what it is they create. Could this be a possible scenario? Think. Critical thinking is what we do here. Is this possible? Well, if you say no, I respect it the same. Give your reason. If you say yes, say it. Give your reason. Why? How? What for? Would they not just pick up an artist who has been underground making pristine music? Or would they look more at the audience and the pull a person has on their own before they even choose to throw a bone? And when they choose to throw you a bone and you've done well for yourself, would you jump at it? If you've done it on your own? Where are we going here? Where are we going here? Well, let me tell you where we're going here. Sometimes the Gemini has to speak with himself to put out there because I'm hearing what other people may be saying. Here's where we're going with it. If I turned down multiple deals, and that's what allegedly is being said about him, he's turned down multiple deals, would I have created enemies in the game that are not only larger than the artist, but just as so associated with an industry in itself, because I'm in it making bank so I can change my family's life, but they don't want me to stand any more above them than they want to see me, or they want to allow me to be in a position to do something. How many artists have been said to have a ghostwriter? If I did not join this camp, would they be angry I didn't get there to ghostwrite for somebody? Or they couldn't put me in a position where I have to do music a certain way because I have to encourage and inherently give what I created from my heart to someone else. Because we've seen many ghostwriters come forth. Do not name any artist in the game in my comments. No one. Don't name a person. I'm asking you a question. That is yes, give a reason why it's possible. No, give a reason why it's not possible. We are objective, critical thinkers. We do not stand above one another. I am no more above my commenters. Just do not call names out. That's not how we roll. I'm asking questions. How we always done it. And if you didn't know, there's a quick shot for you if you're new here. And back to the basics if you've strayed away. Ask yourself this question. Ask others this question. Discuss it amongst each other. Spread TheCzarr All Rights Reserved. We're critical, objective thinkers from the method of one of the greatest moguls in media. Do not stray away from what we're doing. Ask yourself, what are we trying to actually understand? Is this possible? Let me know what you think in the comments below. You know how I rock. Always. All rights reserved.